here. And so breaking limiting beliefs around coaching. I love that, dude. Prasad, I wish to learn to acquire clients organically. I want to know the steps. I'm starting from zero. You're in the right spot, man. This is perfect. To hear your progression of success. Damn, I fucking nailed it in this presentation. Pardon me if you don't like swearing, I will swear. So you can hop off if you don't like any of the swear words. I apologize, just not values aligned, but that's okay. Cool, let's get one or two more. We got Prasad in there, we got Christian, we got Rick, and let's see, Fred, you can pop in there. Number one reason why you showed up today and what you'd like get out of it. Boom, 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 boom. Waiting for one more. Let's go, baby. Or you can put it in. All right. You can put in while you're here. Yeah, perfect. I love it. Or Lewis. I'm not starting until I get one more. Let's go. We're going to be active, engaged, get a lot out of this. Somebody can double put in the chat. There we go. Here for Andrew's stash. I think that's the best one yet. Thank you. All right. Well, today we're going to go, there we go, like the stash. I love it. Like I said earlier, it makes me feel funnier and stronger. So I highly recommend mustaches. I didn't know the power of the stash. But today we're going to go into the training of how I generated $6 million online organically without any paid ads, which is awesome because you generate a lot of profit that way too. I've seen a lot of people start with ads and then their business went under and they're not profiting as much. This is totally organically. So if you are running ads right now, just put fuel on the fire. I was just going through my old testimonials and there was one from Nick Tan, who's an agency owner. And he was running ads for the longest time, and then he added 50K to his bottom line in just a few months by using some of these processes. So without further ado, let's get into it. And one of my main principles, especially starting out in your business or getting it off the ground, or the big thing, just building momentum, or just once we have momentum and that takes over, we're good. And up until that point, just done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect, and the clarity comes in the doing. Just do a lot to pick up a lot of data points, so then you can build the system around it. So I did not finish the slides today, so not all of them are in there, but you will still get a metric shit ton out of this, and done is better than perfect. So just remember that. That's what helped a lot with getting my business off the ground. If you get anything out of this presentation, it's done is better than perfect. Clarity comes in the doing. So let's get into it. So this is the 3-step system I use to generate $6 million on Facebook without ads. And my first question for you guys is, how many of you guys have thought this? How do I build a 7-figure profit per year business in the simplest way? I don't know if you said profit there, but at least 7-figure business in the simplest way. I wish I could have the behind the scenes view of scaling a business step by step. How do I create content that actually converts into clients predictably? And I wish I had a game plan to create and sell offers. How many of you guys have thought this? Put a 1 in the chat. If you have thought it, put a 2 in the chat. And that has never gone through my brain. I hate you. Don't think that you know me, all of that stuff. So let's see this. We got a 2 from Lewis, got a 1 from Rick. Lewis, come on, man. All right. So with that, it's not your fault. You've probably taken a lot of trainings and no one's taking you by the hand, showing you how to get results on your end. You've got a business that can change people's lives, but no one's actually showing you how to scale it step by step. Everyone is just bragging instead of solving your problems. And I'll do a little bit of bragging on here, so just heads up for that. You're losing the opportunity to build the business of your dreams, and no one is giving you the blueprint on what to do, how to do it, so you can build your business you want and live the life that you want. But what if you could say, I know exactly how to scale my business step by step. I know exactly how to generate leads and convert them into sales. I have the exact methodology to scale my business to $1 million profit per year. Would that help you make more money, impact, and improve your life? Yeah, one in the chat if that's the case. That would be awesome. Two in the chat if you love my mustache. So two good answers there. Two good answers. Awesome. One and twos. I love it. Cool. All right. A lot of twos. My favorite. Cool. Well, my promise today is I'm going to give you the easiest path to financial success with selling coaching or agency organically, with the hope that excites you so much that you'll invest in what I have to offer at the end. And if that's the case, I have a special deal for the early action takers. Does that sound good to you? Put a 1 in the chat if you're cool with that. Put a 2 in the chat if it's not cool. 1 in the chat. Rick, Christian, awesome. Prasad loves the mustache. Sweet. So let's get into it. These methodologies work. I've been teaching organic methodologies for the past 5.5 years, and combined our clients have made over 9 figures. We've worked with over 3,000 clients in our programs, and in that process, we've generated 121 entrepreneurs that have taken their business past 7 figures and over 1,000 past the 6-figure territory. And we're not just talking about starting a business, but scaling it sustainably. Just like Bastian Slot, who went from 30K per month to now owning an 8-figure business. And he said, with Andrew's help, I broke 100K per month in the first 90 days from 30K. And he's a business coach. Some of you guys might know him. We also have Kavitha here, went from 20K per month to 160K per month within just a few months, and she's in the relationship coaching space. We also have Jay Lopez, who went from that coaching fear that some of you guys might have to finally launching her 10K, doing a 10K launch. She said in this testimonial that finding Andrew was such a blessing. It's one of my favorite testimonials. She's just super emotional, and she finally broke through that fear. And then we have Christine McAllister, who generated 60K in 5 weeks with no ad spend, pure profit. And she's a podcast coach. She said, this program has over-delivered on what it's promised in every way. In just 5 weeks, I've collected over $28,000 in cash and booked over $60,000 with 0 ad spend. And also, Eli Wild, you guys might know, he's Tony Robbins' #1 salesperson. He joined our program and he made 100K in just 36 hours with just a couple of the methodologies. And we have Cole Gordon here, who started with one of our programs after he quit his sales job, and now he runs a $30 million per year agency. He said, I got exactly what I wanted and so much more. Andrew's program is one of the best. Operations team stuff above and beyond. I've never worked with a company with so much in your face support, and the list goes on and on and on. We have hundreds, if not thousands, of testimonials here. And now that you can see that this works for any type of coach or agency, let's get into the training. Cool? Sound good? I have to do that authority bias stuff at the beginning for you guys. So what we're going to cover today is the exact 3-step process I used to generate over $6 million online without ads. The easiest way to change your behavior through the step-by-step methodology, exactly how I built a 7-figure sellable business. So what's come out of this? 3 2 Comma Club awards. I've grown my net worth over $1 million. I've grown my network and been able to speak on stages with people like Damon John, Tom Bilyeu, Jesse Itzler. I've been able to pay off my dad's debt of $62,000, and he was able to retire. But it hasn't always been this way. So I was born into a lower middle class family in Cleveland, Ohio. I battled with 6 years of depression from 18 to 24 years old, and I slaved away at corporate jobs from 21 to 24. I was an alcoholic, I was a poly drug user, and I was totally lost. Until one day I came across a poem called Invictus by William Ernest Henley. I remember I was in Chicago, I was just like bullshitting at my job, and I found this poem online. And the final two lines say, "I'm master of my fate, I'm captain of my soul." And that sparked something in me where I finally took radical responsibility for my life. And that's where the change actually started to happen. I set a goal to quit drinking and to lose 20 pounds, and I quit drinking and I lost 20 pounds. And I built a lot of confidence that I had never had before. Then I bought a Ty Lopez program. How many of you guys know Ty Lopez? Raise your hands right here. It was $9.97. I was shitting my pants. He had a really good webinar and a really good email sequence. And I was $82,000 in student loan debt at the time, and I had $623 to my name. And I didn't get a client for 6 months, but my life was changed forever. I had changed my body, I had changed my mind, and with Ty Lopez's course, with over 23,000 agency owners in the Facebook group, I had changed my friends. And as you guys know, we are the average of the 5 people we surround ourselves with. And after countless months of trying and failing, I got my first agency client. And then when we do something once, it becomes easier to do over and over and over again. And 3 months after that, I scaled my agency to 10K per month. But I was working 60 hours per week, door to door, just door knocking on gyms, chiropractors, and restaurants, and going in and being like, "Can I run your ads?" And it was just like pulling teeth. And between making funnels and running the ads and client calls, I knew I needed to find a better way to scale. And I found it in this simple 3-step process. You guys ready for this? Attract, convert, deliver. Feel free to take screenshots. We'll have some other processes in here. And remember, the shortest pencil retains more than the longest memory. So write shit down, you'll remember it better. So attract, convert, deliver. And I know this may sound way too simple, and it kind of is. You just need to know the ingredients. So let's start with attract. We want to give definitions to this. So attract, what is it? It's just getting new eyeballs on your stuff and getting people on your list. Just getting in front of those people and getting them on your list. So why is this important? If you have an audience and attention, you'll never be poor. Attention is gold nowadays. So if you are attracting people into your audience and you have an audience, you will never be poor. And how do we actually do this? Well, back in 2018, I remember reading one chapter in Russell Brunson's .com Secrets, great book, and this changed my life forever. On one page, it said, just turn traffic that you don't own into traffic that you do own. And since that day, I got obsessed with owning traffic. I actually ended up purchasing a $10,000 coach who taught me how to grow a Facebook group and own more traffic. And what I came to realize is that the easiest way to generate traffic that you do own is on Facebook. All you have to do is send the friend request button. And on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you have to get really good at creating content. And you cross your fingers and you hope that it goes viral so someone subscribes. But on Facebook, you just hit the friend request button. And you don't need to be good at creating content to own traffic on Facebook. So I created a system out of it, and that's what I'm going to give to you guys now. But before I do, I want to say what's up to Jordan. Thanks for being here, man. And let's see who else joined. Jason, Dave, Bo, brothers. Ashwa, Ayush. I love that name. Cool. Thanks for being here. Cool. So let's get into the system. If you guys have some takeaways, some insights, pop them into the chat. It's always good to learn from one another. And if something sparks for you, then you get to reiterate it in the chat with everybody else here. So the Facebook organic money method, the simplest way to own traffic and to scale your business organically at the beginning. So at the very beginning, it's just showing up in front of your target audience with a simple group post right here. So you don't own that traffic yet. You hit the friend request button or they hit the friend request button. And then they accept you as a friend or you accept them as a friend. You create content and produce a two-step post. And this is now traffic that you do own. And then you enter a conversation with them. And then through that conversation, you can move to a conversion, a sales page or a book call to convert into a sale. Just a simple 6-step process right here for the Facebook organic money method. So I'll give you guys a second to take a screenshot of this if that would be helpful for you. But it's just about moving traffic that you don't own to traffic that you do own. Cool. Sweet. We got a comment in here. Thanks, man. Jordan, what's up? Awesome. So the crazy thing is, through this, I started to profit massively. By the end of 2018, I had gone from $82,000 in student loan debt and $600 to my name to generating over $500,000 at 80% profit. Well, my friends who I had met in the agency programs I was a part of were still running ads to get clients, and they were going deeper into the hole and barely having any profit to their name. But the question might be, okay, cool. I know that I need to generate awareness, show up in front of people, but once I do that and start building a massive list, how do I convert those people into sales, right? So first we need to define it. What is conversion? It's nurturing those people to buy on a sales page or a book call so they pay you money. And why is that important? Well, when you get really good at conversion, you'll know influence and persuasion. And when you know influence and persuasion, you'll never be poor again. So back in 2018, I was starting to grow an audience through the Facebook organic machine and turning traffic that I don't own into traffic that I do own. And then I just started posting content. I was struggling massively until my mentor at the time said, post an origin story post. And I wasn't good at copywriting that at the time, and I was constantly in my head when I was writing. How many of you guys can relate to this, being honest and vulnerable right now? One in the chat or a raise of hands right here. That's totally okay. We can always build our skill sets. And sometimes it's just one thing that allows momentum to take over, because I was like any 24 logical guy. I took a scoop of pre-workout and went to the gym. Midway through my bench press routine, I felt a spark of inspiration hit me, and this is what came out. So here was my first origin story post back in 2017. And it just came from the heart. I just needed to get into a good state, and content is consumed in the same energy that it's created. And when I was doing that bench press, I just got up, banged this out, I was sending it off. It was super honest. It was super vulnerable. And one thing to note here is a Brene Brown quote that you might want to write down. Share your scars, not your gaping open wounds. And I see too many people on social media share their gaping open wounds and just kind of have a pity party. But if you share your scars of this is where I was at, this is how I overcame it, and this is how life has gotten better, and sharing those scars, people will follow you. People will love that content. People do not love the pity party content. So I created this post and it got 359 reactions and 11 comments. Up until that point, I think my biggest engagement was like 30 people. So this was a spark of inspiration I needed to keep going. And I started to become really good at creating content after that spark, after that momentum. And I created so many other different types of posts. So you can see this one just a few months later got over 200 reactions. This got 160. This got 278. This one got 163, 220, 128. And I just started to get into that momentum and keep producing content. More people were coming over to my Facebook page and I was owning the attention, right? And they were actually going through it and engaging with it. And what I found from producing content on Facebook over the past 6 years is that there are only 4 primary types of content you need to make that will convert into clients. So are you guys ready for it? You want it? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to go. Get into it. Hey, Christian's videos on it. Fucking love it. Good to see you, dude. Jordan, Paul, thanks for being here. All right. So the 4 types of posts for content conversion. Number 1, story posts. What do I recommend? Start with your origin story. Put it out there. Put it out there today. You'll shift people's beliefs. And you want to go from, I was here, now I'm here, and these are the lessons I've learned. And the better you get at writing stories, the more attention you will own. It actually produces dopamine in our brain when we're listening to stories, and dopamine produces motivation and focus. So the better storyteller we are, the more attention we will grab. Then question posts. So these boost engagement. Some of the easiest types of posts to create. People love to talk about themselves. So what's the easiest way to get people to talk about themselves? Ask a question. Then testimonial posts. People do not do this enough on their social media, telling stories of their clients and sharing the wins. One of the easiest ways that I did it when I was starting out, and if you guys are just starting, I recommend doing this, is put up a post to do a free strategy session with 8 to 10 people, and then get on an hour-long call, get them a result, help them out with that, and then ask for a testimonial at the end. Screw free beta programs or super cheap beta programs, just get testimonials from jumping on a one-on-one call, and then you can post those up. And it's about getting results and showing results over and over and over. That's what I've been doing for the past 6 years. Probably what you guys have seen through my emails and through Facebook and through Instagram is just we get results and then we show results. That's the number 1 thing that sells it. And then 2-step posts. 2-step posts drive people to a conversation in Messenger. The reason why you guys are here right now is you responded to a 2-step post. You said, hey, I want this training. We engaged in a conversation, then we sent you over the link, right? So those are the only 4 types of content that you need to convert. So let's break these down. First, story post right here. We're shifting people's beliefs. Why do people buy? Because they have a new perspective shift. You've changed their beliefs for them to trust you, trust your product, and themselves, which a lot of people are missing is that third one of trusting themselves. which comes through testimonials and other stories about how you've changed, how you've evolved, and how you were at a low point and changed and evolved, so they can put themselves in your shoes and be like, oh, I'm there. So it's the trust trinity, which Eli Wild teaches as well. They need to trust themselves, they need to trust you, and they need to trust the offer, right? And you can rock that out with story posts. And there's so many different ways that you can rock these out, where it's around your story or a client's story or around just life in general. Story posts are the most powerful thing that you can create on Facebook or anything organic or email or anything like that. Then we got question posts that boost engagement. So I got an example here for you. What's the best investment you've ever made? People love talking about that. What's your favorite book that you've ever read that you recommend to others? Another good one right there. Boosts engagement like crazy. Plus, you get to engage with people in the comments and form a connection with them. Then you got testimonial posts. So you got video testimonials and screenshot testimonials. Makes people want to buy and see that you actually produce results. And then last but not least, this is where a lot of you guys came in from, is the two-step posts where you just say, hey, do you want this thing? Comment down below, and then you get them that thing, right? So one thing, and for the people that are here a little bit late, our main thing that we started with is done is better than perfect. I actually did not get through all the slides, but I'm going to jam out with a lot of value with you guys right now to go over everything. So we're going to jump around a little bit, and we're going to go into deliver after this next portion. But what I want to show you guys is a concept map, boom, of where do we take it after the two-step post. So with the two-step post right here, you want to deliver the actual thing. So you guys got the got the link to join this, and then you can engage in a prospecting conversation. If the person's ready, you send them over to the sales page, or you book a sales call, and then it goes to a sale. If the person is not ready, you bring them to the conversion event, which this is a type of conversion event, a training, a webinar, a VSL. And then if they're ready, then you move them to a sales page or a sales call to go into a sale. So does that make sense? Raise the hands. Simple mind map right here. Cool. So it's a very simple process after you're nurturing people with your engagement questions, your story posts, and your testimonial posts, and then you do a two-step, and then you take them through this process over and over and over, right? So delivery. So what is delivery? Well, it's fulfilling on the promised result for those people through that offer. And why is it important? If you deliver on desired results for your customers and clients, you will make a massive impact and create raving fans, and you'll never be poor again. Can you guys see the theme here? So with delivery, I'll break down my story a little bit for you. The first thing that I did was I started on my personal page on Facebook. Then I started a Facebook group called the Six-Figure Digital Marketer, because I was making six figures in what I was doing with agency, and I wanted to help people get their first few clients. And I built my Facebook group up to 800 people, and my mentor at the time told me to do a launch post. It was just a really simple post of like, hey, do you want this thing, with pretty decent copy? And I got 120 people to comment on it. And at that time, I was going to gyms and chiropractors and restaurants, and it was a lot of fucking work. And the offer was $800, 6 weeks for 8 people, and 8 people ended up joining in 24 hours. I made $6,400 in a day with not even having to leave my house. And it was that spark where I was like, holy shit, I'll never be poor again. I had an audience where the attention was at, and I had an offer, and I could just put up a post and make money. And that's what I've been doing for the past 6 years. It was essentially just that. And that's how we've done over $6 million on Facebook without any paid ads. So it started there with my delivery. It was a beta program, 6 weeks, $800. And then after that, I shifted into messenger bot templates. This was awesome. If you guys get anything out of the delivery portion, this is it. Catch trends. Catch trends while they're happening, because at that point, messenger bots were super hot. I was building them out on ManyChat for my agency clients, and then I just sold the templates for $97 a piece, and I had 12 of them. And some people bought all 12 for $1,000. And in February of 2018, I ended up doing $62,000 that month just off $97 messenger bot templates. So when you have an audience, you'll never be poor. When you're catching trends with your offers and you put that in front of your audience, you will definitely never be poor. So I went from an agency beta program to selling messenger bot templates to then getting really good at the Facebook organic system and building out Facebook groups, helping people grow their Facebook groups and coaching offers and that sort of stuff. So my next program I launched was in May of 2018 after I joined Scott Olford's mastermind, Project Nuclear. It was a $100,000 mastermind. I remember being at the gym. I had taken pre-workout again. I was talking to Scott on the phone, and he was asking me for the sale, and I was like, I'm not going to say yes when I'm on pre-workout. I've learned that the hard way. But then a couple days later, I was off pre-workout and I joined it, and they helped me design Authority Accelerator, which we ran for 2.5, 3 years. And we beta launched that as a beta program to help you grow your Facebook group and sell offers. I caught a trend there. Facebook groups nobody was selling out of Facebook groups when I first started. People were like, don't sell me in this group initially. And then that started to shift and change. So I caught that trend, and it was super hot at the time. And then Armin Shafi, how many of you guys know Armin Shafi? He runs highticketcoaching.com. He was just here for an event. We got a couple people. Really awesome dude. He was here for an event, and he's kind of in a transition phase. And we were talking, and he's like, I don't know what my next offer is going to be. And I'm like, catch a trend. And he was like, well, Skool groups are getting kind of hot. Maybe I should do that. And he just, while he was here, he grew his Skool group from 0 to 1,000 people in less than 5 days. And then he's starting to build an affiliate army. So another trend right there in a blue ocean is that people aren't very good at teaching other people how to grow affiliate armies. So he's like, I'm going to take that over. So with creating your offers, make sure you're catching trends or taking what you're really good at and mixing it with a trend, right? So AI is super hot right now. There's so many other things that you can kind of see emerging and tying it to the trend. So does that make sense, guys? This is one of the biggest things that I want to get across here. Awesome. So in coaching with delivery, it always starts with a beta program. You pick a date to start and you pick a number of people. And the reason why this is important is to give you a little story. I was watching a Russell Brunson webinar like a year ago, and at the end there was Q&A, and he was asked, what are the 2 most important things to have on a funnel? And I thought he was going to go with the methodology of like hook, story, offer, and then something else. But he said it's scarcity and urgency. Those are the 2 things that get people to actually act. So when you're doing your beta launch, make sure that you have scarcity and urgency, like number of people, and then when is the actual start date, right? And that will get people to actually act for it.
What was
Um,
the first one you said? Something in start date?
so start date and number of spots. Eight
Thank
to
you.
12 spots is usually good. Um, and what we do with our clients is like make sure that you feel comfortable at the level that you're selling at. I see way too many coaches out there being like, it needs to be 5K or it needs to be 6K. Really, you just need to generate your first few sales at a good price point. I wouldn't cheapen it where people do their first round for free or they do like $97 for 6 months or 3 months or whatever it is. You'll hate delivering for those clients if you do that. My recommendation is like between 1,000 and 6K for 3 to 6 months. And we've done this over and over and over again. And it comes down to the individual to feel out what they feel comfortable selling it at, but somewhere between those price points. So, um, and delivery and offer creation are kind of overlapped. So when you're creating an offer, I always start with problem, promise, process. I learned this from Frank Bria in 2018 that any offer, even like Coca-Cola creating offers, they identify what's the problem that the ideal client is experiencing, what is the promise, the desired result that we can do in X amount of time, whatever it is. And then what's the process to move them from their problems to their desired result. Um, once we have those nicely laid out, it becomes super easy to lay out the rest of the offer. I always start with the problem, the promise, and the process. So, cool, $1,000 for 6 months course. Please explain. Cool. I'll get into some of these questions in a few minutes here. But with the delivery process, you have onboarding, and I recommend having an onboarding form. 4 questions to ask during onboarding. What's your goal? What's your roadblocking in the way of you achieving that goal? What's your number one fear? And what's the number one thing you want to learn? That gives you a lot of good data to inject into your messaging to make your marketing better. And it gives you a clear idea of where your client actually wants to go and what's getting in the way so you can best support them.
What was the fourth one there, Andrew?
What do you want to learn?
Thanks.
So that's from Ryan Levesque's Ask method, and that's what we do over and over and over for all of our onboarding. Then with a beta program, you want to provide more one-on-one support for your clients. And I recommend that you have a WhatsApp chat or a messenger chat with for one-on-one support with your clients, because then you'll build up messaging just naturally, and your clients will get better results that way as well. And then you can shift that into a group coaching program. So that's what I did with Authority Accelerator with my beta launch. It was initially one-on-one. I had a one-on-one chat inside of WhatsApp with each individual. And we met on a weekly basis. And I believe it was 3 months long when I initially launched it. And those interactions with those clients allowed me to better develop the program and productize it into a group coaching program. So that starting out is the best way by far. Also, leverage. Your best leverage is with videos. So I'm a big proponent of 5 to 10 minute videos, not a big hour and a half long video. Your clients won't go through it. I just rocked out 72 videos in the past 6 days from just getting into a flow state, popping on Loom and just going through it. And I built out 5 courses in the past 6 days. I'm a big proponent of batch creating. And then you have leverage inside of your program. So instead of having to hop on a call all the time, then it's you go through these things. These are the actions that you produce. And this is how you get the result for this certain area. So for example, in our brotherhood, we have simple lead generation, the different lead generation sources, and each video is 5 to 10 minutes long with exact examples of how to generate leads. If I had provided, I actually just joined a Black Friday offer that I thought was going to be good. I paid like $2,000 for it. And I went into the course, and there were 12 videos that were an hour and a half long each just for offer creation. And I'm like, I'm not fucking going through this. So I think 5 to 10 minute videos and batch creating those, it's the ultimate leverage for what you're actually delivering. And then the delivery structure, as you scale, you start with a core offer. There's more intimate support. You move that to a group coaching program. What's typical in the space is 5 to 10K. If you're running an agency, most agencies are moving to a hybrid model between agency and coaching right now. A lot of our clients are doing that. They're so much happier than just their clients yelling at them, being like, why isn't this here? You're like teaching them how to fish instead of fishing for them all the time, where they grow resentful of you. So just something to note with the agency right there. And then, so you have your core coaching program. And then I recommend I call this the maximization model. I recommend building a lower ticket out. So back in the day, we had Authority Accelerator, our core coaching program, which was 6K for 3 months. And then we built out Group Growth and Monetization Blueprint, which was $997. It was perfect downsell on a sales call, and we could do launches and sell it without a sales call. And then after a year and a half, we launched 7-Figure CEO after we were doing 7 figures. And that was a 30K backend program. And when you're launching your backend program, do it at a live event. I see way too many people try to do a backend program and then sell it online, and they struggle for months or maybe years to get a bunch of people in. We just did a live event with 12 people. 4 people ended up joining, so 120K in a weekend. And then we launched a bigger event. We got 200 people in a room, and we did $1.1 million at Tribe of Buyers Live in 2019 from getting a bunch of people in a room for that high ticket program. So when you have a low ticket that's easy to sell without sales calls, you have a mid ticket, which is your core offer. And then you have an ascension into a back end. Then you have the maximization model where you maximize profits and client results. And along the way, you just scale your team out with that. You just start chipping away at your team with client delivery support and sales team and marketing team as you develop that stuff. So I kind of just ramble with the last part here, but are you guys with me? Does that make sense? Cool. Awesome. Sweet. Let's drop in the chat what you guys are taking away from this. Put it in the chat, and then I've got a few more things for you, and we'll answer those questions. Boom. Cool. So what we went over is attract, convert, deliver. Knowing that the easiest way to start attracting people and owning the traffic is through Facebook. You just hit the friend request button, and you're able to build your audience super fast through that. And then convert, it comes down to nurturing them through content, and then putting up 2-step posts, and then engaging in a conversation and selling. And then delivery, we went over the different offer models, different structure models, how to use videos as leverage, all of that good stuff. And we've done this over and over and over again with over 3,000 clients for the past 6 years. And this shit just works. So. You have a systematic, duplicatable process to grow a business, 100%. So, sweet. How many of you guys got value out of this presentation today? Put a 1 in the chat. Are you walking away with at least one golden nugget? Cole, Christian, Rick, Ayusha, Prasad, Jason, love it. Cool. Steve, how do you batch schedule Facebook posts? So I'll get to the questions shortly here. Arlie, Costa, awesome. So I have an opportunity for you guys. I can't just leave you here with this information because as we know, if we just get information, we don't change our behavior. We haven't actually learned anything. And I know when I do these free presentations, about 95 to 99% of people don't actually take the action to change their behavior and get the results. So can I share with you guys an opportunity to change the behavior and get these results faster for you? Put a 1 in the chat if you're open to that. Rick, Prasad, awesome. Ayusha, Steve, Prasad, awesome. Love it. Fair enough. Oh, you are a salesperson, Dave. Awesome. So I don't think we have any women here, which is perfect. If there is a woman here besides my girlfriend, I'm sorry. But for all the guys here, we have the Masters of Fate Brotherhood. And inside of the Brotherhood, it's all focused on helping you grow your business past 30K per month within 6 months. So that's our core promise. And we also focus on the mindset and energy side of things. So if you're struggling with your mindset and struggling with your energy, we have the exact courses to increase 2 to 3 hours worth of productivity per day and also change your mindset so you take effortless action. So if those are the things that are holding you back, we've got that. And we've got all of the business scaling trainings for you lined out. So we specialize in coaching and agency owners. So if that is you, this is the perfect home for you. And we have an amazing community of 60 guys in there right now across coaching and agency. And we do everything on top of Skool. So everything is inside of Skool right now for you guys. And I will show you what that looks like. So I brought up earlier that I shot 72 videos in the past 4 days. They're all inside of the Brotherhood inside of Skool. And we have everything mapped out for you here. Boom. So if you were thinking about how do I actually create those offers and make sure that they're sellable and make sure that they're aligned with what I actually want to sell. Well, we have the Irresistible Offer Creation course for you right here. Everything is super simple, step by step on exactly how you do these things. And most videos are 15 minutes or under. So everything, including the lead generation, simple lead generation, comes with an action to do right after you watch the video. So very simple, very straightforward, and everything in business that you need from offer creation to generating those leads, to creating the content, to actually prospecting and exactly what to say for to generate those sales. We have the SOPs all rocked out for you right there. And then we have everything around creating your own conversion community, how to set up your CRM, how to create conversion assets like lead magnets and a case study page, and building out your email sequences, and how to run ads when you get to that point. When you hit the 15, 20K mark, I recommend running ads and testing them out. And everything is step by step and super easy to follow to get your first ads up. And then we also have, if you're struggling with converting on sales calls, this is the perfect course to go through to get the exact strategy of exactly what to do, exactly what to say on sales calls. And then we have client delivery secrets, exactly how to deliver for your clients. When you're diving into more operation stuff, when you're above 10K per month, then rocking out the optimized operations, how to build your team. You get the business OS as a bonus. So this is a system I've been developing for the past 2 years and have invested over $100,000 into. And we have a lot of bonuses around businesses, around business, like launching paid master classes, doing 5-day challenges, building your setter army, growing your YouTube channel. And we have everything around personal development and the systems around those things as well. So we have the human OS that I've also been developing for the past 2 years, how to increase 2 to 3 hours, how to add 2 to 3 hours worth of productivity per day through the energy elevation, how to change your identity so you take effortless action, and how to actually execute your plan. So we have all of the programs in there step by step, and we have the perfect roadmap for you guys on exactly what to do when you're scaling your business and what to focus on at each level of business. So the first level of business is artists, 0 to 10K, and we have the videos of exactly what to go to and what to implement at each level in business here as well. So we have that, and just an amazing community of guys in here as well that are constantly helping each other out. We hold each other accountable each week with 313s. What are our 3 goals, our 1 initiative, and our key results? And we hold each other accountable in there each week to actually accomplishing those things. And we have 4 calls per week to make sure that you get the result. So we have a goal planning call every Monday, a self-mastery call every Tuesday for your energy and for your mindset, a business call every Wednesday, and a relationship call every Thursday. And then I text you on a regular basis to ensure that you are actually getting the result. And right off the bat, we build out a roadmap for you with your business and for your life, so you know exactly what to do every step of the way, and it's customized to you. So we're going into the new year. So if you guys are ready to get driven and really take your business and take your life to the next level with other like-minded men and implement the 3-step methodology to change your behavior and actually learn what we've put into place here and so much more, put a 1 in the chat if you want to open up and explore that with us, and we'll get on a call with you and explore that with you guys. So we got my right-hand man here, Lewis, who will drop his link in here to connect on that and exactly what it looks like and to see if we can help you. And regardless, he will help you develop a roadmap on the call as well. So you're leaving with something tangible. So cool. Rick, Ayusha, Christian, Prasad, awesome. I love it, guys. Lewis will drop the link and reach out to you to book in that call. And I promise you, this will change your life and change your business forever. You can see it through the results. This is the first time I'm ever offering this, but a 30-day money-back guarantee as well, so you have nothing to lose. If for any reason you're not satisfied in the first 30 days, just hit me up and I'll refund all your money, no questions asked. That's how confident I am in it and getting you guys the results if Lewis deciphers if we're a good fit together. So cool. Awesome. We'll book those calls in right now, guys. Ayusha, Rick, Christian, Prasad. I love it, guys. He's got the link down there. And I'll leave some time right now for some Q&A. So I missed some questions. And we have some brothers coming on for our relationship call, but I'll let this run 10 minutes over to do some Q&A with you guys. Does that sound good? Awesome. Cool. So if any of you guys dropped a question in the chat, either drop the question again or feel free to hop off mute and we'll talk about it. What's up, Ganesh? Thanks for being here. Got a few brothers here, Bo, Ganesh, Luis.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask about how do you like to go about scheduling and batching your Facebook group posts for engagement and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we don't do any automatic schedulers. So
Yeah,
on Facebook, you get limited reach through automatic schedulers, so it's not good to do that. I've got a social media assistant, and then I've got setters, and I've got a team around that. And what we look at the beginning of the month is what are our conversion events? So this is an example of a conversion event. And then what is the content that we're creating around that to drive people to the conversion event? And then we just have a shit ton of stories and a shit ton of question posts and testimonial posts that we pull from. And they're actually, once you just start creating the story posts, you can pull from a story post that you did 6 months or a year ago, and people forgot that they read it in the first place. And then
yeah,
it's super easy to just pull from your old content to continue to create it.
yeah. So do the posts manually, but batch them and have a reserve of them, kind of thing.
Yes. So I will still just like having fun. Like yesterday, I had a burst of inspiration and I just posted it right then and there. So
Yeah,
we have backup content, we have content that we have structured out, but sometimes the best pieces of content come from when you just have a burst of inspiration, you just bang it out right there because content is consumed in the same energy that's created. So
yeah, sure.
cool. Great question. All right. And Ayusha, when do you suggest creating a low ticket offer? Number one, go ham on building out your audience and getting attention. If you have an audience, you'll never be poor. And just build that audience. And for a low ticket offer, we teach $97 master classes, paid master classes. And if you don't have confidence in selling a super high ticket offer, one of the easiest ways to build confidence is selling a $97 paid master class because it's low ticket. We send over a message and say 14-day refund guarantee, and it's an easy yes if you have a good promise for that. If you do have confidence in building a high ticket offer, then doing a beta launch for your core offer first is more important than having the low ticket offer up. So you go from core offer, solidify that over 3 to 6 months, and then launch a low ticket offer. Good
Uh,
question.
Thanks. So I already have my, core offer, and I have already done the beta launch, and I've been selling it over like 1 year now, and I
Hmm.
have made over like 100K from my core offer. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's why I was asking like, is it the right time to launch? And one
Hmm.
more thing that happened is my Facebook account recently got hacked, so they deleted that profile. So I've created a new Facebook profile, and I'm starting off with a new audience.
Hmm.
So what shall I do at this point of time? Because I was relied on Facebook organic only, and I lost that profile. So that's
Hmm.
why I'm curious, like what to do.
Yeah. Did you collect emails when you were? No? Okay. Well, that's a good lesson. Uh, so keep doing the methodologies to grow your personal profile. And the good thing is you've built up a lot of skill sets around that, which is awesome. And one thing that we didn't get into here because we didn't have enough time, but other great ways of getting awareness onto your stuff. YouTube organic is fucking amazing. And you just need to find a lane in YouTube organic that you fit into. For me, it's Airtable builds, actually. That's what
Mhm.
gets the biggest hits. And we teach something in the Brotherhood that we just implemented called social hacking for YouTube. And that's where we take somebody else's name, put it in the actual title of the YouTube video, and you get far more engagement and far more people looking at your stuff. I figured this out when I was doing, I did a 5-minute Loom video for Alex Hormozzi's $100 million leads. No, $100 million leads launch. And I plugged that video into ChatGPT to break down the persuasion and influence elements. And that video, when I had like 300 people on my YouTube, got 1,700 views just from social hacking. So really good way to get awareness and more eyeballs on your stuff is YouTube as well. So
Got you. So I mean, so you suggest doing like Facebook profile with YouTube organic, right?
yeah. Yeah, posting in other groups, hitting the friend request button kind of sucks at first, like building up the audience again.
Again, I have to do it.
What's that?
I have to do it all again. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of accept the suck for the first 3 to 6 months, but once momentum takes over and you have a lot of awareness, then you're golden. Where most people get stuck is like, I don't want to do this thing or I don't want to do this thing again. But if we just accept the suck for 3 to 6 months and just get people into an audience and build up momentum with that audience, there's no way we can be poor. We're owning a lot of attention. So it's kind of like you accept the suck for a little bit and then momentum takes over and you're good. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Cool. Great question. Awesome. Cool. Any other questions? Cool. Steve, I love the let's go, baby. Awesome. Cool. Sweet guys. Well, thank you so much for coming to the presentation. Lewis dropped his link in there to be a part of the Brotherhood and scale past 30K per month in your business, and be a part of an awesome group of guys, and explore that with us, explore the opportunity. Just dropped it again, pop that on there. And again, the guarantee, which won't last long, is in the first month. If you're not satisfied, we'll just refund your money, no questions asked. That's how confident I am in the Brotherhood. So yeah, guys. Cool. Just remember, attract, convert, deliver over and over and over. And yes, there's a lot of direct support from me inside the program. I'm still running it. So, and I do a call every single week. So great question. Great question, man. And I already sold a coaching company. So I just do this for the impact and it's what I'm really good at and fun. Yeah, masters of fate. I'm master of my fate. I'm captain of my soul. It's my forever thing. So cool. Sweet. And David's here. We got some brothers here. So life-changing stuff. You'll not regret joining. Thanks, David. Sweet. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much. We have a Brotherhood call right now. So I think some of them are on right now. So we're going to hop over to that. But appreciate you guys showing up, and I'll see you guys inside the community.